Join me as we talk all things true crime.
Made contact and shattered.
The missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and the mother has went through a wall, came home, now they can't find her.
Chad, where are Lori's kids? They've been missing for 4 months. You have nothing to say?
4 were stabbed multiple times and were likely asleep during the attack. Some had defensive wounds.
Most of them had just like one that was the lethal stab wound.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Once I told a lie, and I told my family, I had to keep lying.
McSherman is a demon.
We haven't cleared anybody.
Hi, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Let me know if the sound is good. Hi, Debbie, Sherry, Adrian, Jen, Derek, Tony, Pointer Lover, Roads. Good to see you guys. Zoe, everyone's here. Adrian, I think I already said that. Adrian gets 2 shout outs. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Hi, Allison, Edith, everyone who's here. Thank you so much. Hit that like button if you guys haven't done so already. Hey, Johnny. All right, and thank you, Sherry, for being a member for 8 months. It's greatly appreciated. Some tea for everybody. Vidin Inquiries is here as well. Saffron. Okay, so we will go through some updates. Hi, Kitty Q. And then we will also listen to a friend's interview that we started it, and then we picked a different interview to go over of a friend in our last Madeline Soto and Stephan Sterns case live stream last week. So we'll just go back to that one friend that we didn't listen to yet. And yeah, so that's the lineup for tonight. I've got an article to read and then a court TV segment, and then we'll get into that friend's interview. Of course, the friend's name is redacted because they are a minor. Let's take a first look. So he, like other states we've seen in cases, Adam Montgomery, they have the opportunity to deny going to court themselves if they don't want to. So that has been what Stephan Sterns has decided to utilize these last few months. Every court hearing that has taken place, he has sent his lawyer there in representation of him instead of going there himself. So when this is titled Stephan Sterns' first court appearance, it's really the first time that he's actually been in court. So he has been sitting in solitary confinement. His parents have stated weeks ago that they hadn't talked to him in months. And we can already tell, which Derek pointed out in our Facebook group, he, to me, in my opinion, has looked like he's aged a lot. I mean, I know that the diet and no sun and all that doesn't do anybody any good, but it's just looking very rapid in my opinion. Of course, this isn't the best quality picture, but yeah, Tony even says he looks so much older than he is. And yeah, 37, Allison. I mean, we thought that he looked out of shape and old in his interrogation video, specifically when he was stripping down, and it was just horrific. But now it's just, to me, in my opinion, it looks like it's rapidly gone even more downhill for him, which is good considering he's a POS. And hello, the purple one. Good to see you. Kathy, good to see you. Sherry, thanks so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate that. Hey, Dustin. All right. So that's my opinion, that he looks so much worse. Pointer Lover says he looks 60. I mean, I could see he definitely doesn't look 37. That's all I know. He never did, but now it's gotten even more like striking, like, whoa. All right. So for the first time, Stephan Sterns, the man prosecutors have charged with essaying and murdering 13-year-old Kissimmee teen Madeline Soto made an appearance in court on Monday. Sterns, with a neatly trimmed beard, neatly trimmed? I mean, I guess it must have been pretty bad before, did not speak during his brief appearance at Monday's status hearing for his trials. He entered the courtroom shortly before the 10-minute hearing and was led out immediately after it concluded. Aside from the murder, the state has charged him with 60 counts of battery, lewd, and lascivious, this word that YouTube doesn't like us to use. I think we know what he was charged with at this point. We've been following this since she was just missing. Possession of CSAM, charges filed by the state attorney's office after searching his phone and Google Drive after Soto was reported missing back in February 26. The state attorney has filed to seek the DP against Sterns, who remains in Osceola County Jail. It appears that these are wheels of justice moving slowly, the assistant state attorney Danielle Pinnell noted. No depositions have been done or have been scheduled among many witnesses in what are now separate cases. She said, murder case has many more witnesses. Public defender Beth Borden, surrounded by a defense team of 3 other attorneys, told Judge Keith Karstens that she is currently on another DP case and has 2 others on her docket. She asked that the case be scheduled for 2027, but Karstens said that would be test the bounds of what is reasonable. Karstens then set new pretrial hearings for Sterns cases, noting the case with the 60 counts has fewer hurdles standing in the way. He tentatively scheduled that case for a pretrial hearing on Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. So really not that far away for that pretrial hearing. And for the trial docket of February 24th to March 14th, he set a pretrial hearing with discovery and deposition update deadlines of September 10th, 2025, and a trial period to start September 22nd. Now let's go to Court TV's report on this. Let's see. Dates have been set for Stephan Sterns' trials, who's charged with essay of a minor as well as murder in the death of Madeline Soto. Hold on, let me make sure you can see this before I unmute it. Okay, yes, it's pulled up for you guys. So I honestly would not be surprised if there will be delays.
All right, we've hit the pause button to bring you some breaking news in the case of the man accused of murdering 13-year-old Madeline Soto. Dates have now been set for both of Stephan Sterns' trials. A jury trial is set in the sex abuse charges against Sterns for February 24th, 2025.
And the trial for the murder charges against Sterns is set for September 22, 2025. Sterns is accused of...
Does anyone else think that there is going to be delays, even though they are going to be separate trials like we figured and like we already knew? The judge, of course, is saying that there's unreasonable bounds to request it for 2027, and they're predicting 2025 for both these trials. I just feel like in our experience watching these cases unfold in trial dates, that there is always delays, and there tends to be delays more frequent than not. So thank you, Derek, for gifting 5 memberships. And it looks like everyone's thanking you in chat if you guys got one. And also, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but sometimes I get comments in my comment section of people who received memberships that you guys have gifted them. And unfortunately, I wish there was a way that YouTube could like let them know like who gifted it. But there are people who comment and say, thank you guys so much for whoever gifted me this membership. I really appreciate it. So I just think that that's cool too. So I want you guys to know, like when you're gifting memberships, there are people after the streams that are just grateful. So thank you guys so much.
Sexually abusing his girlfriend Jen Soto's daughter for several years. Police discovered thousands of images on his cell phone, allegedly sexually abusing Madeline. Sterns is also accused of murdering Madeline and disposing of her body in a wooded area in Osceola County, Florida.
So that was the update. We got that one picture of him in court so far, and just the trial date set for both the trials. Now I'm going to pull up the Freedom of Information Act files in the Google Drive that Criminality sent me months ago at this point, and we're just going to listen to this interview. Now, this is a classmate of Madeline's, and she just gives her rendition. You guys might have already heard this interview already, but we haven't listened to it on this channel. So for me to kind of get a full grasp of this case, I like to listen to this stuff with you guys live. So hope you guys enjoy the live stream tonight. I'll pause it as minimally as possible so that we can kind of get like a full interview without too many interruptions. But thank you guys so much for being here.
Let me put my dog up.
Yep, no worries.
Sorry about the microphone shuffling. Right. There's a lot of stuff to go through.
Yeah, I just need to speak to her again. Should be quick.
No worries. I think she's home. My wife went to pick up my daughter's car. So you hear all kind of crazy rumors, but
yeah.
Hey, can you come downstairs? Are you home? Yeah. I didn't know if you were mom. Okay, come downstairs for me. No, there's like a group chat that came. I got a message like half hour ago that said that the picked up in Fort Myers.
And remember, at some points, the sound will cut out for redactions. And hello, Jacqueline. And I saw Roxanne join. Good to see you guys.
Did he play?
Investigation's still ongoing.
Yeah.
So obviously a certain amount of stuff is
Right, I
media. So obviously, unfortunately, she is the best friend, right? So
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna talk to her again. Hopefully nobody else will have to talk to her, but should be pretty quick. Obviously, so, yeah. Hey, how you doing? I'm Detective Kane. You can call me Jeff. I stopped by school today, talked to a few other friends. Unfortunately, you weren't there. So, do you mind talking to me for a few minutes? Okay. I typically talk to people in my vehicle. I've been parked in that black Chevy. If you want to talk there, obviously we're not going anywhere. It's up to you.
I'm not letting her get in the car by herself.
Okay. All right. You mind if we talk out here then?
Yeah.
All right. That works.
Yeah.
Dad, you mind going this way? For privacy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I'm Detective Payne. You can just call me Jeff. Obviously, you're not in trouble or anything, okay? Sorry to have you have to talk to somebody else. I know you talked to Brittany today, right? Yeah, she's a partner of mine. So there's just a few other follow-up questions that we have to go into. I have your date of birth as so you're 12, 13. Just turned 13. Okay. So do you know what the difference is between a truth and a lie? What's the difference?
One's telling the truth, like you're saying something that's like fact and real, and the other one's like you're making up stuff.
Okay. So if I told you your shirt was black, would that be a truth, a lie, or something else?
True.
And why is that?
Because it is black.
Okay. So can you promise to tell me the truth?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know, like I said, I know you talked to Detective Bradshaw a little bit about everything that's going on. But if you can just kind of give me a summary, how well you call it? You know.
I've known since 4th grade.
Known her since 4th grade. Okay. Do you think you guys were close? You guys best friends? How do you?
She's my best friend.
Best friend. Okay. Would she say the same thing to you about you? That you guys are best friends? Okay. Okay. Do you think you guys confide everything in each other? You guys share your secrets? Like, there's levels of best friends, right?
We share everything.
Share everything. Okay. Okay. So, did she ever tell you about anything that was going on at home?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot. Like they'd have arguments, but it was just like arguments. Like I'll go see your room, and she'd be like, "No, I don't want to."
Okay. Anything else?
She'd come to PE, and she'd be like, "I had a fight." Like she'd come complain.
Okay. Did she ever complain about anything else? Nothing else. Okay. Have you noticed any big changes in her behavior lately?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about those. Okay. Sorry. Polar.
Yeah. She kind of acts bipolar a little bit.
Okay.
She'll have mood swings.
You talk about.
She takes medicine.
Okay.
She calls me medicine. She has ADHD.
Okay.
The last time I saw her was Sunday. I was at her birthday party, and when I first got there, she was a little upset.
Okay.
And then she was also kind of upset that like she didn't get enough presents. She didn't get like most of her family wasn't there.
Yeah.
And she didn't get enough presents, or money or anything.
Okay.
I guess because she hyped up her birthday party so much, and then when barely people came.
Okay. Okay. So talk to me about a big change in her behavior. So like a long-term change, right? So she's happy for a few weeks, and she's sad for a few weeks. Like when has that big change happened? So you tell me that she was upset at her birthday party, but it sounds like she had a reason to be, right?
Yeah.
So was there a big change in her behavior at school that you noticed at school?
Sort of.
Okay. Can you talk to me about that?
Yeah. Valentine's Day was the last time she started like this. The last time she took her meds.
Okay.
When she's on her meds, she's like nice. She's fun. She's caring. She's not snappy at all.
Why'd she stop taking them?
I'm guessing because she felt more free.
Okay. Did she tell you that, or is
No.
okay? She didn't tell you why she stopped taking them?
No.
Okay.
She would say that she forgot them. That she forgot to take them.
Okay. Do you know exactly what she was on?
No.
Probably not. Yeah, that's
Other than her ADHD.
just ADHD. Okay.
And then when she's off her meds, which she has been lately, she's very snappy.
Okay.
She gets mad at stuff that I would do or that anyone else would do.
Okay.
When she was off her meds. So.
Did she ever talk to you about being depressed or wanting to hurt herself or anybody else?
I knew she went through a phase where she was very depressed.
Okay.
And she had a hard time getting out of it.
When was that?
She never told me when it was. She just
Okay.
like,
She just told you I was depressed, or okay. You don't recall being around her during that depression? Okay. How about suicide? She ever mentioned suicide, wanting to hurt herself or anybody else?
No.
Okay.
I wish we knew exactly when she was feeling depressed. Honestly, I don't know. I just feel like to kind of arrange this timeline, because remember, Stephan left around December, and Madeline had told her counselor that she was doing much better, like with him out of the house, and that he had made her uncomfortable. Pointer Lover, thank you so much for the PayPal. I just got it, and I will definitely use that for my little one and me to get some lunch. So thank you so much.
I know she.
Thank you, Johnny.
Oh, her crush. She's had a crush on him since like the beginning of school year.
Okay.
Um,
Did anything ever come of it?
She asked him for his number and he said yeah.
Okay.
She would always text him.
You said text him or sext him?
Text.
Text him. Okay.
She would always text him and call him sometimes. He rarely answered the phone.
Okay.
She would never text her back.
And this was sort of stated to the female detective in our last live stream last week on this, that she had this crush on this guy, but he wasn't interested in her. And I don't know why. I know that happens. And obviously it's better than leading somebody on. But it just makes me sad to think that the guy that, she would text and call, like, wouldn't respond and just didn't reciprocate the feelings. I know, it's like, poor little girl.
Okay. Has she had any other boyfriends? No. Has she shown interest in any other guys?
She's had a boyfriend before.
Okay.
She recently got out of a relationship not too long ago.
Okay.
He didn't go to our school. He got expelled from our school. He broke a kid's elbow.
What's his name? You know what his last name is?
No.
Do you know where he goes now?
Mm-hmm.
White kid, black kid? Have you ever met him?
I met him once.
Okay. Is he your age? Younger?
Yeah.
Older?
Same age.
Same age? Okay, so he'd be in 7th grade?
He's either 12 or 13.
Okay. You said he got expelled for breaking a kid's elbow? Mm-hmm. Okay.
She had another boyfriend.
Does he?
Yes.
Did any of these boyfriends ever amount to anything? Were they just hand holding and just nothing more than that? Okay.
I think it was a long distance, and then with David, it was all through text.
Okay. So did she ever talk to you about anybody else? Okay. So she never talked to you about anything else that was going on at home? Yeah, you mentioned that. I've gotten that from a few other people.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm trying to recall, but I don't think she mentioned anything else at home or anything other than our fighting. Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys follow each other on social media?
I'm not allowed to have them.
Okay.
The only thing I have is her YouTube shorts and
Is hers or yours?
hers.
Hers. Can I see those? You follow?
Has anyone ever seen Maddie's YouTube shorts? They reference them numerous times. Usually when cases break, we're able to kind of gather these sites and accounts before they scrub them. But I just don't remember us ever seeing any floating around.
Follow her on YouTube, is that what you said?
Yes.
YouTube Shorts? How often did you go?
Every single weekend.
Every single weekend? Okay. Did you have any Anybody else that lived there? If you want to still work on those videos. Oh, thanks.
I met Stephan once or twice. I met him once and I shook his hand and then he said hello to me.
Stephan is. You said you only met him once?
I only met him once.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just going to kind of look through these real quick. Is that okay?
She said she was going to show her face at 200 subs.
She was going to what? I'm sorry?
Show her face at 200 subs.
At 200 subs. Okay. Did she ever make any other content?
I don't know. She has Discord, which is a streaming thing where you can go live. I don't know if she's ever gone live though.
Do you have her Discord?
I think so. I don't know anything else on Discord.
Okay. Do you mind re-downloading it for me?
Oh, yes. The birthday party video. Good point, Derek. And no, unfortunately, guys, still have not heard from our moderator and friend, Bean Bio Girl. Nothing is showing active on her Facebook either.
Can I run inside and grab a charger?
Yeah, of course.
I'm very interested in these YouTube shorts because her friend has mentioned to this detective and the other detective that as soon as she got 200 subs, that she was going to show her face. So I'm just curious, like, what this material looked like. I just really want to know.
I saw it was low, but if you don't mind plugging it in so we can try to get Discord downloaded. Okay.
Every single morning she would wake up and she'd be like, hey, good morning, and then she would send me like Instagram reels or like YouTube shorts.
Okay.
Monday morning she did not.
Okay.
Even if she were like sick or something or she were oversleep, she would still text me in the morning.
Okay. So that was always.
That was
She
always.
Okay.
She would always text me in the morning and stuff. Monday morning I thought it was suspicious that she didn't, but when she oversleeps, that's the only time she doesn't.
Okay.
But she'll still text me when
she gets up.
She'll wake up.
Okay.
And then when I got off the bus and like I turned on my phone and she texted me, I was like, okay, something's up.
Okay. Did you reach out to her at that point? Or?
I called her.
You called her? Okay. Did she answer? Or? Okay. You said that you met once.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? I'm sorry.
Stephan. That's what they call him.
Okay.
Stephan Sterns.
Do you have any pictures with Stephan? Anything like that? You guys going out and doing things? Just casual pictures? Anything?
I had two pictures of him.
Okay.
I had tried to find last night.
Okay.
When I heard he was arrested.
Uh-huh.
I went through all of our text messages, all of our photos,
Yeah.
videos, and every like group chat or anything, but it was like completely like erased.
Couldn't find them?
I couldn't find them.
Okay.
My phone's ringing, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, so he had sent me like two pictures of him.
Mm-hmm. What was he doing in those?
Looks like she took a screenshot from my FaceTime that he didn't know.
Okay. Did she ever send anything else of him? Nothing else? Okay. Did you ever see anything else of hers? Did she ever send you pornography, anything like that? No? Okay. Did she ever send you any pictures of herself that were pornographic or of anybody else? No? Okay.
She would send a picture, but it wouldn't go past like right here.
Okay. Of herself or of somebody else? Of herself. Okay.
This is her Discord.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm just going to look through it.
I'm wondering if this Discord account is going to have some clues and vital information.
He said, or she, I'm sorry, she says in this message that she can't be on because that is there. Do you recall her saying that? Okay. I guess, did she ever not hang out with you, whether online or in person, to see him?
He visited her, but he'd move out. He like spent a day with her once, and then we were supposed to hang out that day, and she canceled.
So he's looking through the messages and he's saying, she told you here that she couldn't talk or hang out because her stepdad was there. So I think this like goes back to this whole conversation that Jen had about Madeline's not allowed to sleep over at people's houses, and us kind of theorizing that they kind of kept her away from getting too close to people because, you know, theoretically, let's just say it's just Stephan involved. Maybe Stephan didn't want her confiding in other people or getting close to other people in case their secret got out. And if we're saying that Jen knew more, then maybe that's why Jen also stated that she doesn't allow her to go to sleepovers. She gave a different reason, which oddly enough had to do with SA by people. But now he's reading through and asking, you know, did she ever not be able to see you because of him? And she's basically saying, yeah, they had plans one time. And after he had moved out, he took her out for a day and she canceled on her. So that's also very interesting that even after he moved out, he would specifically come back and spend this time with just Madeline. Thank you, Derek. Yeah, 100 in chat, 58 likes. Let's get the likes up, people. Thank you very much. I think him hearing she had a crush was devastating to him, makes me sick. Yes, Tony. They isolated her as much as they could. It is infuriating. I agree totally.
Because he came, and she was like starting to hang out with his toy.
Okay. Your mom seems to think you need to show me some other message between you and somebody else. She just texted you when it was on there, so it popped up.
announcements when it starts. Just slow down.
Okay. Did you show this to Brittany the other day?
I did not show it to Brittany.
You did. You did not. Okay.
I showed it to Debbie.
Yeah, sorry, there's all this dead silence, guys. Hi, Crafty Chris. Good to see you. Yeah, we have our updates in the beginning of the stream. Now we were just listening to a friend of Madeline's interview. Tony says there has to be something wrong with a mother who allows her daughter to sleep in the same bed as a man. 100%. I wonder if Stephan Sterns ever suggested to Maddie find a friend that would hang out with them. That would not surprise me at all. Yeah, I know. Something is very off with Jen Soto. Johnny is chilling out, eating stuffed shells with red sauce and relaxing, listening to a peaceful chat. These shells are not bad. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying your dinner. We're happy that you're here hanging out with us while you're eating.
Where do you think she went? So what do you think? Where do you think she went? What do you think happened?
Remember, obviously, at this point, this is very early in the investigation. They have not found her yet.
I think she ran away. She was scared that something was going to happen, or I think she was scared of. I think she wanted to get away from that.
Of course, they've redacted that little part. So she said, I think she ran away. I think she was scared. And then they redacted it and then says, I think she was scared of that. So what is that redaction? Yes, I know, Kimberly. She said, I was hoping he would plead guilty to save Maddie's loved ones from a trial. Now I'm wondering if he really does plan on blaming Jen for some of this.
And he threatened her that way she didn't tell anybody. That way she didn't really tell me, or she know I was maybe someone told my parents or something.
So reading between the redaction and the lines, it sounds like her friend is saying that she was scared that she was going to tell somebody about some specific thing. What does this have to do with Stephan?
Okay. Was she a virgin?
Yes.
She was? Okay. So, did she ever ask you to keep any secrets for her? No? Did she ever tell you anything that she implied was a secret?
Other than her life is yours.
Nothing more than that. Okay. Did you guys ever have any explicit conversations about sex? Okay.
And honestly, I think that no matter how close these girls were, I think that the essay, like we know in other cases and people who have experienced it, like they feel ashamed of themselves. So no matter how close you are with someone, you're not going to share that secret. So the fact that the friend isn't saying that she knew anything about her and Stephan and believed that she was still a virgin, to me, I still, I don't hold too much weight in that. I think that Madeline just had her own secrets and was ashamed and brainwashed to keep the secrets.
She would text me like
I would reiterate that you're obviously not in trouble or anything. Anything you tell me is in confidence. This isn't going to go to the school or your parents or anything. Okay? Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
News. On the news, you guys had said that when she turned 13, she'd go to the woods.
Yeah.
That's not what she said.
What'd she say?
She said if World War III to break out.
Oh, yeah. 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 We're aware of that.
And then if she were 13, she'd go and leave the house and never come back.
Is that what you're looking for?
No, she sent me like something weird. But it's like not letter.
What was it?
It was something like dirty, like it was like a picture.
What was it?
It was she drew a something on paper.
Okay.
It was weird, and it was
So all this silence between them is her friend looking through her phone, looking for image that Madeline sent her. She said it was dirty. Now she's saying it was weird. It was just something that she drew. So is this that drawing that was in the files? And if you guys didn't see that drawing or hear about it, I don't know if it's the one that she's referring to, but it's her performing an act on a man. That's all I'm going to say.
You're the person who interviewed me had
Brittany.
Yes.
Okay, so if Brittany has it, that's okay.
She would also on call, like she'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this." Like if me and him were together.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that. Yes.
She also told her, "Oh, I'm going to do this," and then they redacted it. And she said, "When me and then they redacted the name are together." So I don't know. I think that might have been maybe about the crush, maybe, and her wanting to experience something with him. It's just sad and sick knowing that like she'd already been shown how to do these things by Stephan.
She'd ever confided anything in you personally, though? Okay. About anybody she might have been in a relationship with? Anything she might have been in a physical relationship with?
No, she was always so obsessed.
Okay.
It wouldn't seem like she was.
Even before she had. Then it was. So, never anybody else? She ever come to school with bruises or anything? Not that you know of?
Other than like makeup around her eye.
Okay. Did she come to school with makeup around her eye and you ask her and she say it was bruised or no?
She come with like red eyeshadow like under her eyes.
Okay.
It would look like she'd be crying. She'd be like, "I'm not just makeup."
Had she gotten her period? Yes. She had? Is that something that you two would discuss?
She told me she got hers because
Okay.
mine was like 2 days after.
Would she tell you every month that she got it? Okay.
It's pretty much just to give me a heads up though.
You said you're typically 2 days after? Was there ever a time when it was irregular? When, it came early for her, or it was late for her?
Yeah, last month was late.
I'm sorry, you said?
Last month.
Last month it was late?
All right. So this investigation is, I don't know the exact date of this interview. That's the problem. Hang on. But last month it was late. So January or February. It's either this this interview is, so she goes missing February 26th. This is all before she was found. So if the girlfriend is saying last month, is she referring to January? Or was this interview beginning of March and her period was late in February? And I know everyone's been saying they confirmed through the family and law enforcement that she wasn't pregnant at the time of death. I'm just curious if there ever was some sort of scare or something before she was killed.
Do you remember what she said?
I got nothing. And she didn't say anything. She was like, "Oh, I haven't gotten mine yet," or anything. Like, I haven't had cramps or anything like that. They would show a sign of a period. And then, like, after like a week, I was done with mine. And then
Okay.
2 weeks after, she got hers.
Okay, so she did end up getting it. It was just late. Okay. You said it was 2 weeks, though.
Around 2 weeks.
Did you have a conversation about that? About what could have caused that? Did she show any concern about being pregnant? Did she say that she explicitly wasn't? I know you said that she was a virgin, but if she missed her period, did it come up again? And she reiterate that she could not have been pregnant, or no? You don't know? Okay. You don't know if it was talked about, or you?
I don't think it was.
Okay. Is there anything else you think I need to know?
Other than this, like, it's weird how she called me and was like, hey, or like, you know, somewhere else. But then I was confused because she told my dad the same thing.
That what?
That she dropped her off, not.
That
All right, so this friend had been interviewed by the female detective that we listened to last week and this guy detective. Because she was telling the female detective the same thing she's telling him right now about they were confused because on the news, Jen Soto was saying that Stephan brought her to school. But when Jen Soto called her to look and see if she had heard from Madeline that day, she told her that she dropped her off at the church. So this is kind of the conversation that's being had right now is there. She's reiterating, like, you know, Jen told me when she called and said, had I heard from her today, I dropped her off at the church this morning for school. And then they're confused because Jen is telling the news something different and that Stephan did. So again, it just makes Jen Soto look very much involved in this whole orchestration, whatever took place after the fact, or she knew prior. I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide too.
Yeah, and she didn't say anything about it.
Okay.
Not even one mention. And then she seemed really calm like every single time I would talk to her on the phone or anything. She wouldn't be like freaking out or anything.
This is also the friend, which we read about months ago in this interview, the written form, that when Jen called her looking for Madeline, that there was no panic. She wasn't freaking out. So take that for what you will as well. As a mom, I just can't get behind not talking to their kids about these things that happen. It makes me sad as heck. I know. Involved 100% in my opinion. Okay, Dustin, thank you so much for being here. We are going to conclude after this anyways, so you pretty much stuck around for the whole thing. Tomorrow night, I believe we will go live on Wade Wilson, everyone's favorite. I only say that in a sarcastic way because there's just more ridiculousness in that. Or at least in the cover up. Yeah, I think it could definitely go both ways, Roro. How can you live in the same house and not know what is going on? For those many years, too. Okay, so let me just rewind this a little bit because she's hard to hear and they do redact things, but she's saying Jen never mentioned anything about Stephan dropping her off at the church, and she wasn't freaking out.
Is there anything else you think I need to know?
Other than this, like, it's weird how she called me and was like, They were like in somewhere. But then I was confused because she told my dad the same thing.
That what?
That she dropped her off.
So Jen told this girl's father the same thing too. So it's not just the teenager's account of remembering things. She told her father, I dropped her off at church. I meaning Jen.
Not.
Shut the off.
Yeah, and she didn't say anything about it.
Okay.
Not even one mention. And then she seemed really calm like every single time I would talk to her on the phone or anything. She wouldn't be like freaking out or anything.
Is there anything else you think I need to know? Okay. Are you aware of what's going on? Have you seen the news and stuff about how Stephan, about how he was arrested and stuff? Okay, you're aware of what he was charged with? What was your reaction when you read that? Shocked. Okay. Why exactly? Was it just because you never thought it could happen? Like what was the cause?
I did get like weird signs from him, but not that he would like touch her weird or anything like that.
Okay, so what kind of weird signs did you get?
Most likely that crossed my mind, like that thought crossed through my mind.
Okay. When was that?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. So, before or after you saw the news? Before you saw the news.
Before I saw that he was.
Okay. The thought crossed your mind that he was doing something with her, or?
He would probably do something.
Okay. Why exactly?
Because they were really close. Like, me and my dad are close, but not like we'll be on FaceTime.
Okay.
And stuff. Like, that was like close.
So this sort of goes back to that whole conversation that one detective had with Jen Soto in her interview, where she's like, he treated her like, and then the detective butts in and he's like he treated you. So basically this friend is kind of reiterating the theory that Stephan was treating Madeline not like a stepdaughter, that it was behavior that was almost like they were dating, that he was like, interested in her in different ways than just what a stepfather would be. And this friend is saying that she kind of thought that, in some way, shape, or form before all this happened. So very intuitive for this girl to kind of get these vibes, even though obviously she never spoke out about it. And then when the charges hit, she was shocked. But then I think she kind of pieced it together like, well, does kind of make sense.
Did you ever ask her about it?
No.
About their relationship or why they were so close, or make any jokes about them being close? No.
I'd asked her why, like, I was like, oh, it's so cool how you remember.
Yeah.
We were really close. And she was. I was like, yeah, but like being on like FaceTime is like a lot. And she was like, yeah, we're just really close and stuff. Like she's been there for me and stuff. So.
Okay. Are you aware of the sleeping situation in that household? Okay. How about she has her own room there, right?
Well, like sort of.
Sort of. Okay.
They come with the loft and like got and like made like a bedroom out of that. Made like got like 2 room dividers,
Okay.
and that was her room.
Did she ever talk about anybody sleeping in her room with her? Okay.
Other than her going with when she was sick.
About when she would go in the room when she was sick.
Yes.
Okay. So she never talked about him getting into bed with her or anything like that?
No.
Would you ever sleep over at her house?
I had asked my parents if I had to know.
Okay.
Because they haven't noticed anyways.
Okay.
But that's before Stephan. That's after Stephan moved out.
Okay. Why did he move out?
I didn't know, but
Do you know when he moved out? A couple months ago. You said you don't know why?
I'd also like to know, so I'm pretty sure he moved out in December from other statements, maybe even Jen's or somebody credible, I believe, said that he moved out. When I say credible, I mean somebody who was kind of like there, not just this friend on the outside. I'm curious if the time that Stephan, the timeline. So Jen sends that text message about she can't risk it. Them, what was the phrase that she had said? Something about she can't risk them sleeping together or something like that. Do you guys remember that text message? I would just like to know, like, where in the timeline does this Jen Soto text about she can't risk something in regards to Madeline and the time that Stephan moves out?
I asked her if she couldn't sleep by the bush.
Okay. Anything else you think I need to know? Okay. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. I'm sure Brittany told you the same thing, but nobody knew her better than you, right? So it's unfortunate that it seems like not even you knew everything that was going on in her life, right? So, and we're just trying to figure out what all happened. And if this was, she asked you to keep a secret or something, you know, obviously you're not in trouble. You know, she is certainly not in trouble. We just need to know about when people became aware about what happened.
Okay, so the text was June 2023. Okay. Does that sound familiar with anyone else? And thanks, Jesse, and good to see you. Yeah, Maddie can't sleep with me anymore. I can't risk it. Hi, EE Caroline.
You know, if this is something that, you know, it's happened before. That's why I ask. Is, you know, you think you're keeping a secret for somebody, and you are, you're just doing what they ask, right? But when people go missing, we just need to understand when this became aware, right?
Her like running away or anything.
Yeah. So what was going on at home is something that obviously nobody your age should have to deal with, and it was something that she was having to deal with. And I find it hard to believe that she didn't confide in anybody, not even her best friend.
I think, I don't know if this is like true or not. I don't even like really know. I think Stephan probably like threatened her to not say anything to anyone because I know she would have told me.
Yeah.
That or she was scared that I was going to tell my parents.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe. But in my experience, it tends to come out anyway.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Everything's always been true and correct. I certainly appreciate you taking time again, so we can go back to that.
So the friend there is theorizing the kind of the same things that we kind of all been theorizing. that she felt Madeline was going to get close to telling her about what was going on behind closed doors and that he wanted to silence her. And isn't that funny that Jen Soto had that same theory in her interview? Maybe she wanted to tell me about what was going on and he stopped her. Yeah. Or you knew and you helped him stop her. There's a lot of possibilities still, in my opinion. Probably the risk of getting caught. Interesting, Johnny. Definitely could be. Referencing can't risk it texts. Yeah, that sounds like guilty knowledge talk to me. Right. Can't risk getting in trouble. Yes. Think about all we know now. There will be so much more at trial. Absolutely. We might actually get even more information before the trial. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see. There is still, Tony thinks she knew. I really, my gut tells me Jen knew so much more. But I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Yeah, it definitely is a motive. For sure. Silence her. It's awful. Yes, she set up a GoFundMe for the funeral that she did not attend, had Madeline cremated, and sent the ashes to her bio dad. Yeah, there's always some truth in the lie. Okay, guys. So tomorrow night, join me for Wade Wilson. I might try to go live at like 7. It really all will depend. So just kind of stay tuned. I will post like the premiere and you'll get hopefully a notification. Sometimes YouTube isn't very good about notifying you guys, but I will try my best to share it in my community page or something like that. But thank you, Pointer Lover. And I know Sherry already left, but thank you, Sherry, if you watch replay. And Derek also for the donations that you guys sent. I really, really appreciate that as well. This will be the last week of live streams before I take a little break. So I just want to make sure that I am, here every night that I can be, which is why I'm going to maybe try to go earlier because I'm just getting so exhausted. And then going live every day until Friday before my little break. And then hopefully I can figure out a new schedule. It might not be evenings. It really will depend on what the new lifestyle is around here, around the house with the baby. So just want you guys to know how much I appreciate you guys and hit that like button as well. That's also appreciated. And everyone who just, participates in our chats. It's always great to talk about this stuff with you guys because it's hard to kind of wrap my own head around. And Roxanne says she's going with me on I'm going with ATS on break. Sounds good. Yes. Okay, guys. So join me tomorrow night. It might be earlier than 8. It might be our regular time, 8 o'clock. So we shall see. And I will see you guys all soon. So goodbye. And thank you, mods. Special thanks to the mods.